a star from the Academy Awards requested me to do their number. And I had to be approved, obviously, and I knew the director, and I had already been working for about 4 years as a choreographer. So it was like kind of the most exciting. But what happened was I had just had a baby, and he was born in January, and rehearsals were starting right after that, like right after that. And I thought to myself, can I do this? I asked if I could bring, it was at Paramount Studios, and I asked Howard Koch, who was the president of Paramount Studios, I said, Mr. Koch, I really want to choreograph this show, but I just had a baby, and can I bring him to work because I'm nursing? And he was, and this was not like in style in those days. You kind of sometimes hid that you had, as a woman, a baby, because they thought, okay, you can't do a job. But I had to be honest about it, and he let me do it, and I brought a babysitter, and my dad came a lot, and I was able to choreograph it, and I was sitting in the back row, actually on a break, next to Mr. Koch at the Music Center, not believing that I was really sitting there. 4 years ago, I was like saying, 3 or 4 years ago, God, I was praying. I said, one day, the Academy Awards to me, as a dancer and as a film buff, I loved films, and then it was on television in that setting. It would be like a dream, you know, to choreograph the Academy Awards on television. So I couldn't believe I was sitting there, and I'm sitting in the back row with my baby, with a blanket over me, and Mr. Koch sat down next to me. And I said, I'm so sorry, I'm just on a break and I want to watch what's going on, because we were just rehearsing and camera blocking, and I loved watching camera blocking. He said, just sit here. And suddenly the director over the loudspeaker, it was Marty Pacetta, said, Anita Mann, get on stage right now. I threw my baby on Howard Koch's lap. And I did, I swear. I threw him, I said, Mr. Koch, I'll be right back. He's holding, this is the president, you know, but I was so scared that I was gonna miss something. He grabbed the baby. I went running up to the stage. It was just to fix, they wanted Lauren Bacall or somebody to come in from the other side, so I knew which way something was exiting for camera blocking. And I said, okay. I ran back, and the baby was fine. I asked him if he nursed him. He said no. So later on in life, my son, who became a golfer, was invited to play golf with some friends, and Mr. Koch was in the foursome. And David, I told him that story, and he was on the first tee, ready to tee off, and he said to Mr. Koch, I think you know my mother. She used to work for you. And he said, who's that? And he said, Anita Mann. He said, you were that baby? And, you know, so it was like, I mean, the stories that I have in life revolve around my family, but around my choreography and television. So it all was like full circle right then.